Hello and welcome to Circle Time. Sue, good morning. Sue, I have a question for you. What animal says cock-a-doodle-doo? It's a rooster. And R is for rooster. That's our letter of the day. We're going to do some fun activities, but first we need to do our job. Do you remember what our job is? We have to feed our fish Fred. So Sue, why don't you send some kisses to our friends? And then have a seat so we can feed Fred and get started. Hi, Fred. Good morning. There you go. There's some fish food for you. Well, let's see what today is. I know the month is still May, but not for long. We only have one more week after this week, and then we'll have a brand new month. So the month is May, and the number is, let's see how we're going to count it. It says we're going to flap our wings like a chicken. So here we go. Do your arms like this and help me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Today is May 25th. Can you say that? May 25th. If you go up to the top, you can see that today starts with a TH. TH makes the sound th. So what day is it today? Today is the Thursday. Let's sing our Days of the Week song. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. Well, it's time to look outside your window and see what your weather is like today. Did you check? Is your weather sunny, windy, rainy, or maybe it's stormy? When I do like this, you can shout it out. What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? It is out today. It is out today. Well, let's dress Weather Bear. Let's put on a red shirt for Weather Bear and some overall shorts and some sandals for his feet. And what is the season right now? The season is spring. It's still spring. Well, that was our calendar and weather time, and now it's time for our letter of the day. Today's letter is the letter R. Do you have an R in your name? If your name has letter R, stand up. If your name has letter R, stand up. If your name has letter R, if your name has letter R, if your name has letter R, stand up. Well, today R is for rooster, and we just decorated our R kind of like a rooster. We just made some feathers and some red at the top and under the chin. There's a little beak. So that's just a fun way to decorate the letter, which helps with letter recognition. This is letter R. Now that we can recognize it, we'll practice writing it, and I'll show you how. So to make the big uppercase R, all you have to do is make a 1, blow a bubble upstairs just like letter P, and then slide down. 1 bubble and a slide. That's how you make big letter P. practice. First, make number 1. Blow a bubble and then slide down. You can get a copy, parents, of this handwriting house printable at my website. The link is below. This is a free resource for my subscribers, so make sure you're subscribed. Make a 1, blow a bubble upstairs, and slide down. Okay, so I want to show you the little letter R. The little letter R looks like this. Make a little 1, go back up and over. Kind of looks like a rainbow. So first, make a little 1 downstairs if you're using that handwriting paper. And then trace back up and then over like a rainbow. 1 up and over. 1 up and over. You can practice the letter R today if you'd like to. I know that you're working hard. You're listening and learning, so I'd love to cheer for you and give you a sticker for your handwriting paper. Well, now we know what letter R looks like. We know how to write R, so it's time to talk about the sound that R makes. Letter R makes the sound like a motorcycle. Can you do your arms like this? Pretend you're holding on to the handle of a motorcycle. Letter R makes the sound like a motorcycle. Well, today we have some fun activities planned for our letter of the day. So R is for rooster, and let me tell you some things about roosters and about chickens. Take a look at this. So here we see a rooster and a chicken or hen. A rooster is the boy chicken and a hen is a girl chicken. You can see something different about the two of these. This is the rooster, this is the boy, and he has this almost crown on the top of his head here. He also has this long beard under his chin. So this is a rooster, this is a boy chicken. Now this is a hen, this is a girl chicken. You can see that she doesn't have quite as tall of a crown, and she just has a teeny little bit of red underneath her chin. You can also notice that the rooster has really tall feathers in the back on his tail, and the hen's feathers lay down. They're not quite as tall as the rooster's. Well, it's the hen, the girl chicken, that lays the eggs. You can see some eggs. Well, we're going to do a little experiment today. We're going to take an egg, and actually I've already done that here, and put it into some vinegar. Something very interesting is going to happen. And you can see in my jar right here, there are some bubbles on the egg. Let me turn around so you can see, hopefully. So what's happening is the egg is made out of, the outer part of the egg is hard, and it's made out of something called calcium carbonate. That's the same kind of stuff that our bones are made out of. It's hard. Now, the eggshell is not as hard as our bones, but it still is made of that calcium carbonate. Well, when that calcium carbonate reacts with the vinegar, carbon dioxide bubbles are blown. And that's what you're seeing here, carbon dioxide bubbles, because the calcium carbonate that the eggshell is made out of is reacting to the vinegar that I have in the jar. So those bubbles are forming on the outside of the egg. Something else is going to start happening too. If I let this sit for long enough, then the eggshell is actually going to disappear. It's going to dissolve. And what's left is just going to be the membrane that's underneath that hard shell. And you can see right here, this is what it's going to look like. You might want to try this at home and see for yourself. It's even going to be a little bit bouncy. You can see this is a little squishy. It's like a rubber ball now without that hard outer shell. So that is a fun science activity that you might want to do today. And I have another activity for your art. So let's head to the art table and I'll show you what you can do today for that. For art today, I'm just painting a rooster and I'm using something interesting to paint with, a fork. And you know, the rooster we just looked at it said that he has some red right here on the top of his head. And if you have red paint, you could use red paint for this, and some red right here under his chin, almost like a beard. So I might just add that with marker because I didn't have red paint, but if you want to, you can use your paint and you can decorate your rooster. Just dip your fork into the paint and just drag it along. And that's going to make it look like feathers. I think that looks really, really cool. Well, hopefully this will give you an idea of something fun that you can do for today for art. For story time today, you can read the book or find it online. It's called Roosters Off to See the World by Eric Carle. I didn't find a digital copy of this book, can only order it, but I did find it on YouTube. So parents, you might search for that and let your child watch that story from another storytime reader. I hope you had a great time with letter R today. Tomorrow is the last day of this school year, and we're going to have a graduation celebration. So I hope you'll join me tomorrow. You'll even get a certificate. Goodbye, everyone. See you tomorrow.